Hey everyone, it's Sienna Morris, and today I'll be showing you guys how to improve your leg flexibility. So for the first stretch, I'll be using my gainer mitten stretch band, and I will put each foot in one end of the band. Flexing my feet and then lifting the band a little bit higher onto my upper back and rocking left and right a couple times. And then when I feel comfortable for a deeper stretch, I usually press on the back of the band and put it behind me and hold this for 30 seconds to a minute. For the second stretch, you're just going to go into a simple split and making sure that your hips are as squared off as possible. Making sure that this back knee doesn't face that way. It has to go right underneath so that your hips are square. And if you want to think of like traffic lights, think that they're always going forward. And it's okay if your arms are here and you're not down yet, but just make sure that both legs are as straight as possible. Holding this for a minute. If you want to also make sure that your hips are squared, you can do this with your arms and try and look to the back. Same with the other side. Using this method as sliding down as well. So if you have a pillow or anything like a yoga block that will raise the stretch and make it even deeper and harder, then go grab that and you can have any number you want. And so I'm going to be putting 2 on the front leg and 2 on the back leg, making sure that it's even. Again, making sure that the knee is pointing down. Same with the other side. For the third stretch, we'll be doing the frog stretch. So this is a preparation for your middle split, and I usually hold this for 15 seconds. And then lift one leg out, straightening it all the way and making sure that my chest is lifted so that you get the best stretch. And the other leg. Next, we are going to make sure that our legs are evenly spread apart and that our knees are pointing up to the ceiling and not rolling in just yet. You can also move through this stretch a little bit by flexing one knee up to the sky and the other. Do this a couple more times until you feel that your hips are stretched. Once you're comfortable with this stretch, you can go and slide into the middle split. Make sure your toes are pointed and your ankles are touching the ground. I usually hold this stretch for about 1 to 3 minutes, making sure my chest is lifted. Once you feel comfortable with that stretch, then you'll grab your yoga blocks or pillow or whatever you have to get into the deeper stretch. You're going to first, for turnout, go forward and try and get your chest on the floor with your knees facing upwards, not rolling over just yet. Holding this for 1 minute. As you can see, I am not rolling over yet. I'm using this stretch just for turnout. Once you've held the turnout stretch for 1 minute, then you can go into your middle split and roll over, making sure your feet are pointed and not sickled. Now moving on to the stretches with our weights. So I use 1.5 pounds on each side, and we are going to be kicking our leg to the other side with a straight leg and controlling on the way down. 10 times, keeping our shoulders down and chest lifted. Now we're going to do 5 more, except it'll start from passe, kick, passe, straight. Onto the other side. All right, so 10 kicks on the other side. Then straight, passe, kick, passe. 5 more times. Now I have both weights on each foot, and this stretch will help you with your hamstrings and leg flexibility. So you're gonna lay flat on the ground, and as you kick one leg up, you're gonna make sure that your hips are glued to the ground. And control it on the way down. This next stretch, you will lay flat on the ground in your middle split. And you can keep your weights on both feet. Then go into the middle split. It is also okay, totally okay, if your legs are up here, anywhere, and just make sure that you keep your legs flat on the ground, and this will also help with turnout, middle split, and getting your hips flatter. And hold this for about 3 minutes. Making sure your hips touch the wall. Once your legs are close to being flat on the ground, you can grab your stretch band and do basically the same stretch as the first stretch we did, but laying down on the floor. So then soon enough, you'll have to do this with no weights or stretch band, and you'll be completely flat. Holding this for 3 minutes again. Pointing those toes all the way. Making sure it's one straight line. You guys are almost there, only 2 more stretches away. So for the next stretch, I have my flexi stretcher, and I'll be doing is putting both feet in the end, getting into it like so, putting my opposite arm through and grabbing onto the bar. Trying to straighten my leg into arabesque and going down into planche. And the other side. For the last stretch, we are going to be putting our weights back on, and doing a leg hold. And we're going to be doing 5 to 10 dip downs. So, this is how the stretch is made, but you can also do it just like this. And do it like this, and releasing into the bottom hip as much as we can. And behind the head. This stretch is definitely more advanced. And the other side. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped. Now comment below what you guys want to see next. And don't forget to like and subscribe.